Iowa Senator, Republican Joni Ernst. Good morning, Senator. So just last week, $9 billion rescission package signed into law. First time in 25 years that the Congress has done a rescission package. You chair the Doge caucus, focused on cutting spending. Did you get it all done?
Well, we got part of it done. So thank you for having me this morning. And yes, we are excited about the One Big Beautiful Bill and the $9 billion rescissions package, but there is more to do. I'm really proud of the work that I did and laid out for the president that was included in the $9 billion bill, but we have much more to do, and I've identified a number of things that I do hope the president takes up in the next rescissions bill. So we've heard about the crazy California gravy train that the president just put an end to. That was part of my Doge work, my squeal work, which amounted to about $100 billion over budget, and we haven't even seen a single rail laid. So we'd love to see that go forward. We also have the Fed's Taj Mahal on the Mall that is at 30% cost overruns at about $2.5 billion. And we've identified other funding that we've seen in the previous administration that could be cut off as well. Just one small example of that is $1 million that I found that went to upgrading swimming pools in other nations, including Russia, even after they invaded Ukraine. So you guessed it, guys, there's a lot more to do.
You know, I'm so glad you brought that up. And looking at your X account, I love it. You point out what's really going on. And I got to get back to the swimming pools, because it was just yesterday that you pointed out that Joe Biden used, as you said, $1 million, taxpayer dollars, to renovate pools at these U.S. embassies in war-torn countries around the world, adding that you are going to stop the splashy spending, like the play on words there. Can you elaborate, how you discovered this and what was really going on here?
Well, it is wonderful, because during my squeal work, we've included a lot of great team members. And what we do is go through and we can scrutinize government spending. There is open records that we can find, that we can request. And through that process, we did find out that the federal government was spending that $1 million on upgrading pools all around the world: Russia, Sudan, Indonesia, 5 of them in Iraq. And this is at a time when we know we need to tighten our belts here in the United States. So spending all of that additional money overseas on luxury type items really doesn't make any sense to our taxpayers. So this is why I continue to work with Russ Vode over at OMB, with the president and his team, making sure that when we are spending, it is for the benefit of our taxpayers right here in the good old US of A. So let's use a little common sense, and I think we can do that in this next rescissions package.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Senator, you mentioned another great moniker, the Taj Mahal on the Mall, which is the Fed building. Do you think that the Fed's $2 billion over budget project, could that be cause for dismissal of Jerome Powell, the Fed chair?
It actually could be, and this is why we need to scrutinize what that spending was on, how those dollars were spent, why there's a 30% cost overrun at this Taj Mahal on the Mall. We really do need to understand that. And of course, we've heard about his testimony in front of Congress. Was he telling the truth? Was he lying? And we need to go back, sort through all of that, and if there was any misdoing, misdeeds, then certainly it potentially could be cause for letting Jerome Powell, the Fed, go.
Yeah, we only have about 15 seconds, but I got to ask you, I know there have been reports that you may consider not running for re-election. The White House clearly urging you to keep your seat. What can you tell us?
I have got a lot more to do, and I'm just thankful for the support that the president and his team have given me.
Great to hear. All right, Senator Joni Ernst, always great having you with us. Thank you so much.
Information. Truth is freedom. is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.